biya kamal ka Nuer online TV channel te kon ka jow mi bi kona lingwa seme jow banaling jow Duer Tut Duer Queer South Sudan Reform Movement or Fighters SSRM bana joro bana jeling gwal mi chaje titin ka kwiri kumana ci tok re which ka Nasir bana jeling kel la Duer Tut Duer metakabon South Sudan Reform Movement me jen tiaya ka spele mayo pin Dr. Riek Machar ramkel mit pin Dr. Riek Machar won jakule tiai jen chikulo te ka bondo diena mo ki padna mo jen che di ni SSPDF tika kwedbier ko shika hali chicken ka book karenial ay wicha ka ulang kana Nasir roja dan chikulat gwasame jen biya kula linga gwad me chaji titin ani biya jo me biya chulin kel kata danen chaji tikeja ani channeling wow.
Thank you very much. In first position, I thank you very much and thank the Radio Tamazuch and the Juba Eco TV for giving me this opportunity to make a statement on the rising insecurity in Ulang and Nasir counties. Let me take this opportunity also to greet your audience and thank them for their time. My name is Duer Tut Duer. I'm the chairman of South Sudan Reforms Movement and South Sudan Reforms Fighters. To come to the issue, majority of South Sudanese are aware of the current security situation in Upper Nile State. As a reminder, President Salva Kiir made a decision to disarm the Nuer White Army in Ulang and Nasir counties of Upper Nile State. He then appointed General Johnson Oluntabo, the commander of Agolek forces, as the assistant chief of defense force for the disarmament. In fact, the Agolek forces are tribal militia from Cholo ethnic community in Upper Nile State. Salva Kiir ordered General Johnson Olony to disarm the Nuer White Army of Ulang and Nasir counties using the Agolek and Abu Shok forces. The fact that Agolek and Abu Shok are Cholo and dinka militias raise a concern among the Nuer White Army or the Nuer youth, because the forces ordered to disarm them are not unified force. The disarmament is not coordinated. The decision to disarm the Nuer White Army is unilateral. Other parties to the agreement are not involved. In fact, the disarmament of civilian or civil population is welcome, and it is very important if we want a sustainable peace in our region, in our country. All what we requested from the government of Salva Kiir is to implement the security arrangement as stipulated in the 2018 revitalized agreement on the resolution of the conflict in the Republic of South Sudan, such that instead of using tribal militias, the government will be able to use a unified national army. Now the forces were ordered to move to Ulang and Nasir. The White Army made it clear that they will not allow Cholo and Dinka militias who killed their innocent Nuer in 2014 in Malakal to come and disarm them in Ulang and Nasir in 2025. So they prepared themselves to encounter this disarmament because they are for disarmament after the reunification of forces. So on the 22nd of February 2025, the state government informed the White Army that the governor, the deputy governor, the commander of the 2nd Division, the SPLM state secretary, and the state ministers will come to have a meeting with the White Army. So the White Army prepared themselves to receive their governor or the government of their state to come and meet with them. So on the 24th, that is yesterday, 24th of February 2025, the government delegation arrived in Galatian, the last Dinka area before entering the Nuer territory. The White Army were waiting for the government delegation to come to them in Doma today, the 25th of February in the morning. So they were preparing themselves to receive their governor. While waiting for the government delegation, only 2 attack helicopters, gunship, arrived and start attacking them, attacking the youth in Doma and the nearby cattle camp called Norman. Being a son of that area, because one time I was a commissioner of Ulang, and there was a time also I was a governor of Sobat state, and Sobat means Nasir and Ulang, plus Baliet and Akoka. So a son of that area, if the government have taken wrong decision, I should stand with my people. So I condemn this hostile attack on civilians using gunship. If gunship was to be used after the White Army attacked the forces, okay, we will say there's no big problem. But the White Army were waiting for their government to come and talk to them, maybe to convince them. And it is now a gunship coming to attack them. So I condemn this hostile attack on civilian using gunship, while the civilians were waiting for their government to come and talk to them. I also condemn the governor of Upper Nile State by deceiving the youth, the White Army, that he was coming to the area to come and meet them, while the youth were preparing themselves, waiting to receive their governor. Only the gunship came and attacked them. The governor will be accountable for the consequences of this action or his action. Being accused of mobilizing the White Army or the youth, the White Army, have their own system and mechanism of mobilization. I don't need to mobilize them. They know how to mobilize themselves. They are organized on their way. The situation in Ulang and Nasir has been stable since 2018 after the signing of the revitalized agreement, except inside Nasir and surrounding, because the SSPDF in Nasir always try to attack the youth or the civilian inside Nasir and surrounding. My involvement with the youth, because they said I mobilized the youth, and now again that I'm involved in what the youth are doing. We are a political movement struggling against the regime of Salva Kiir, working to fighting to change the regime of Salva Kiir. The reason why we are fighting Salva Kiir is because the regime is mistreating the people of South Sudan. The regime become tribal. I don't want to talk of nepotism and the corruption. So if Salva Kiir decided to come and fight civilian, to come and massacre my people the way he did in 2013 in Juba, I must do my best to protect them if I have means of doing it. I didn't involved in what the White Army was doing. I didn't mobilize them. They mobilized themselves. But when things come to where we are, they contacted Dr. Riek Machar because they said Dr. Riek Machar was the one who engaged them in 2013-14. Or so, they fought for Riek Machar in 2013 and 14. And if the government of Salva Kiir is not happy with the White Army of Nasir, it's because they fought for Salva Kiir. For Dr. Riek Machar. So, Dr. Riek Machar, are you going to help us politically, diplomatically, or logistically? That means if you can do it politically, you are a decision maker like Salva, you stop this action of Salva Kiir and his forces, if you can make it. Dr. Riek told them that he cannot. He will not be able to do it. Okay, diplomatically talk to the world. Let the world know that we are in difficulty. So he couldn't do it because he's the first vice president. And logistically, he said he cannot do anything. This is where the White Army said we need to have an alternative. Someone that can protect us. Someone also who can talk to the world about what is happening to us. That is it. It is not me who involved, but these are civilians who don't know where to go because they were waiting for their president, for their governor to come to rescue the situation. Only gunship came and attacked them. This is where the White Army thought it likewise to see an alternative. And then they contacted me. And they told me what has happened and how. So that is it. And if I have force and power to protect my people, I will do it. I will protect the civilian. Because I didn't go to Juba and attacked Juba. I didn't go to Malakal and attacked Malakal. The White Army didn't go there to attack Malakal or Galatian. But they say they must remain in their area to protect themselves from that forces, the militia forces coming to disarm them. So now, if the gunship start attacking them, if I was to have something to protect them this morning, I would have done it. And if there is something that I will be able to do from tomorrow onward, I will do it. And I will be responsible for the consequences of my action. Thank you very much. I'm Duer Tut Duer, the chairman of South Sudan Reform Movement and South Sudan Reforms Fighters. Thank you very much.